Are you in love with the defendant, Todd Manning?
Your Honor.
Please answer the question, Ms. Saybrook. Are you in love?
Your Honor, objection. Where's the relevance?
The plaintiff's state of mind at the time of the alleged rape is of absolute relevance, as I intend to demonstrate.
Shopping, Dorian?
As if that was any of your business.
Looks like La Boulée is gonna be one happy place come Christmas morning.
As opposed to one dilapidated industrial loft, I could mention.
What do you say I take one of those Z-boxes off your hands?
We're gonna be late.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, wow yourself. You look great in that suit.
You don't think, you don't want to outshine the bride.
Okay, I got one brand new dress for Vanessa and one brand new dress for Lola.
Dorian would be proud.
You think?
To throw a wedding in an hour and a half.
It's gonna work, right? Christian's gonna marry Vanessa. Vanessa and Lola get their green cards. Nobody has to go back to Colombia. Everybody's happy, right? What are you looking at?
It's the ring your father gave to me.
You better take that thing off. You're getting married today.
I know. I should have taken it off a long time ago.
Why didn't you?
Well, when you grow up, you're going to learn that you can love someone and hate them at the same time.
You don't think I know that?
Yes, you do. When marriage is over, and another begins.
You okay?
Okay? How can I be okay, Christian?
Well, did you get my messages? I called you 100 times.
No, how about 6? But who's counting?
Why didn't you call me back?
Because I wasn't ready to talk to you.
Are you ready now?
Your Honor, a victim's feelings about her attacker, whatever they may be, are irrelevant. This precedent was well established in cases such as spouse rape and date rape.
Yes, the he said, she said cases like we have here. Your Honor, the fact is, the Commonwealth has absolutely no evidence to substantiate that sex of any kind ever occurred. All we have is the alleged victim's claim, which is why I must be allowed to examine her story before we proceed to trial and ruin a man's reputation. Your Honor, I am confident that given a little leeway, I can prove that the claims against my client are groundless.
A little leeway, Your Honor. We're talking due process here.
I'm almost there, Your Honor.
I'll take you at your word, Counselor, but let me remind you, you are not arguing your case. You're simply testing the credibility of a witness.
Or incredibility, yes, Your Honor.
What do you think?
I think she's evil.
Miss Saybrook, I'll ask you again. Are you in love with Todd Manning?
No. I'm not in love with Todd Manning. Not anymore.
Don't you have anything better to do with your time than play video games?
It's for Shane, for Christmas.
Good luck with that.
Look, okay, I struck out, okay? I've been to every store in Landview, every stock point in the state, no dice.
There's always next year.
I promised Shane.
As if your word ever meant anything. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Could you please speak up?
It's okay, Cole. It's just what lawyers do.
Miss Saybrook?
I said I do not love Todd Manning anymore.
Yes, that's what I thought you said.
Your Honor.
We don't have all day, Ms. Delgado.
Miss Saybrook, you say you are no longer in love with Todd Manning. Were you ever in love with him?
Yes.
This was passed down to your father by your grandmother.
I wish I'd met her.
Me too. She would have wanted you to have this. And don't lose it. You're going to want to give it to your child someday.
Gracias, Vanessa. So, what will you and Christian do for rings?
Lola, I need to say something.
What?
Look, I know you're excited, but you need to remember this marriage may not happen.
I wouldn't want to hold you up on your wedding day.
I'm not leaving here until we straighten this out.
Yeah, and how are you going to do that, Christian? I'm your girlfriend. Or I was. And you're marrying someone
Yeah,
else.
but you know why I'm marrying that someone.
Yeah, I do. And it doesn't make me feel any better.
Come here. Sit. Sarah, I love you.
I love you. This situation is... It's crap. Okay, hey, you're the hero. I get that. That's who you are. But I don't know if I can be that girl who just waits by the phone.
You're never gonna be that girl.
Yeah, I know. I can't do this.
I'm not asking you to do anything. I just want you to understand. Understand why I have to do this.
What? Christian, you always have a choice. There's always a choice. Like you choosing to throw away what we have. Throw away me so you can keep Lola and Vanessa in this country.
No, come on, Sarah. This isn't about them staying here. I mean, you saw that note. They were threatened.
Okay. But how will staying here make her any safer when the threat was made here?
I can protect them.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Sarah.
You've made your choice, Christian. Now I have to make mine.
Thank you, Miss Saybrook. I appreciate your candor. Now, you say you had feelings for Todd. When did these develop? When you were in college with him?
I have no memory of my life before the accident. But given the facts, I would assume I probably despised Mr.
In the
Manning.
future, a simple yes or no will do, Miss Saybrook. So these feelings you said you had for Todd, they developed during your recent stay at his home?
You make it sound like I was his house guest.
Yes or no, Miss Saybrook?
I came to have feelings for him while I was being held
At his home.
house.
Okay, so while the two of you were falling in love during that 6-month period, did you also have sex? Yes or no, Miss Saybrook?
I would hardly call it that.
Please instruct the witness to answer the question.
Answer the counsel's question, Ms. Saybrook.
Yes.
So, is it safe to say that you were in love with Todd Manning when you had sex with him, Miss Saybrook?
ABC's One Life to Live, brought to you by Glad Force Flex Trash Bags. For stretchable strength, get Glad.
Please answer the question, Miss
Objection,
Saybrook.
Your Honor. Objection. We have already stipulated that Todd Manning had sex with Dr. Saybrook. That is why we're here. Now, the witness has established the fact that she lived at Todd Manning's house and is competent to testify to any events that happened while she was there, which is the sole purpose of this inquiry. So we're done here.
Actually, Your Honor, I'm just getting started. We've just heard Ms. Saybrook say that she was in love with Todd Manning. I intend to prove that any sexual contact that occurred between my client and Ms. Saybrook was absolutely consensual and in no way fits the legal definition of rape.
Thank you so much for coming. Like we'd be anywhere else. And this is for you. Every bride needs a bouquet, right?
Thank you so much, Langston. You've been so thoughtful.
I love your dress. Well, that's good because I got yours at the exact same place. You bought me a dress? Can't have a wedding without new clothes. It's bad luck. At least that's what Dorian says. You see? She thinks it'll happen. It's gotta happen.
I told Lola not to get too excited. Christian could still change his mind.
He won't.
And I could still go to jail for shooting Ray.
Christian won't let that happen. Can we go change into our dresses?
Sure, just thank Langston first.
Gracias, prima. De nada.
And remember to thank Christian when he arrives. He's being very generous. And Sarah is being very understanding.
Sarah, it's not going to be forever.
And how long? 6 months? A year? 2 years?
No, not 2 years. That's...
Great! Great! So I don't see my boyfriend for a year and a half?
Look, listen, I don't have this whole thing figured out yet, okay?
And I'm sick of being called the bad guy! Because I want you back!
Listen, you're not the bad guy, okay? And I want you back too.
How much?
We can make this work.
I don't think we can.
So what, this is it?
You don't want to keep your bride waiting.
Look, I get it that you're still mad at me for ending things with Adriana, but please don't take it out on Shane.
I'm already paying for the kid's college education. Why should I pay for his Christmas?
I've got money.
Oh, well then spend it. Spend it on your baby mama. Spend it on your son. Why is it my job to make your family happy after what you did to my daughter?
I know I hurt her.
Oh, you broke her heart. But thank goodness she is a Kramer. She's put her life together again. In fact, she's launching a new line, even as we speak.
Good. I'm glad.
No, you're not.
I loved Adriana. But Gigi and I, we fell in love in high school. We have a kid together. Adriana gets that. Why can't you?
Because I never forgive when somebody hurts one of my children. And perhaps now that you're a parent, you'll understand that.
Okay, Ms. Delgado has now raised the issue of consent. Exactly how does an amnesiac give consent? Because my understanding is that the law clearly designates amnesia as a mental disability, rendering one
Incapable of granting consent. Yes, I am aware of the statute.
She didn't know what she was doing. Or she didn't know who she was or what Todd had done to her. Doesn't that count for anything?
Sit down.
Right, Your Honor. That was Dr. Saybrook's son, and although out of order, he has made my point for me. I mean, how is it possible for Dr. Saybrook to give her consent when vital facts were withheld from her that would have informed her decision? I mean, she had no idea the extent of the relationship that she had with Todd Manning. She didn't know that he'd raped her, facilitated her gang rape, perpetrated a reign of terror on her and all those close to her. And why didn't she know this? Because Mr. Manning purposefully kept her in the dark. He lied to her, and he kept her dependent upon him. He kept her in his house under armed guard, kept her from her family, kept her from her friends, and never once did he utter the words, "You have a son." This was a fraud that was committed on the victim here, a fraud that obviates any pretense of love that the defendant would claim as mitigating circumstances. I mean, the simple truth is, no matter how he tries to pretty it up, Todd Manning raped Marty Saybrook by denying her the right to say no.
So when the DA slept with her gay husband, Daniel Colson, was that rape too?
No more of that, counselor.
While the statute remains clear, the actual case law regarding amnesia and the boundaries of consent is ambiguous at best. And if you'll allow me to pursue my line of questioning to its natural conclusion, I will prove my point.
No, Your Honor, you have to stop this. Don't let her do this to Marty.
Mr. Manning, please take your seat.
No, not until she stops us. I told you not to beat up on her.
I'm telling you that if you don't let me force the truth out of her now, she will face a much worse line of questioning when we go to trial. Is that what you want? Listen to me. You want to spare her the indignity of reliving your little night of bliss and save yourself 99 years in Statesville as a two-time rapist? You'll sit down, shut up, and let me do my job. My apologies, Your Honor.
I'll assume that you and your client are now on the same page.
We are, Your Honor.
Well, my objection still
Overruled.
stands.
Get on with it, Ms. Delgado.
With pleasure, Your Honor.
Good, you're here.
Isn't she the most beautiful bride you ever saw?
Lola.
Langston got us these dresses.
Everybody looks great.
Did you hear from Sarah?
Yeah. Why don't we go inside? The judge is waiting.
I'm gonna fix my lipstick. I'll be back in just a minute.
Okay.
Miss Saybrook, during your convalescence at Todd's home, did you have access to a computer?
Yes, there was a laptop.
And did you ever use the computer to learn about your life prior to the accident?
Once.
And what did you learn about yourself?
Rape charge stems from alleged events that occurred during a party at an LU fraternity, Kappa Alpha.
Answer the question, Miss Saybrook. What did you learn about yourself?
I found an article about the rape trial.
You mean the first time you accused Todd of rape?
Objection, Your Honor. The defendant was tried and convicted of raping Dr. Saybrook.
I will rephrase.
Thank you. That would be lovely.
You're welcome. When did you find this article?
Beginning of October.
And when did you leave Todd's home?
When the police got to me.
I was asking for an approximate date.
Early November.
So you knew that Todd had been convicted of raping you, and yet you chose to stay at his house for another month.
I did not know that he was one of my attackers.
Why not? Didn't the article list his name?
I didn't read the article.
Why not?
Because Todd convinced me not to.
Congratulations. You're marrying my boyfriend. I gotta hand it to you. You're good.
Just so I'm clear, Miss Saybrook, you spent months wondering about your past, and when you finally had that information at your fingertips, you chose to remain in the dark.
Here's the thing. We talked about this before, right? I thought we both agreed that we weren't going to look into the past anymore. We were just going to look into the future. And I thought you wanted a fresh start.
Objection. Dr. Saybrook answered the question.
Move on, Miss Delgado.
Why didn't you read the article about the rape, Miss Saybrook?
Because Todd told me that I should let go of the past and move ahead.
And because you loved him. You did what he asked, isn't that right?
Objection. Counsel is leading the witness, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Let's talk about the night in question. The night you say you and Todd Manning had sex.
What do you want me to say, Dorian? You're right. You're right. Now that I'm a father, it is all about my kid. There's no more, I really want to buy that new phone because I have to sock money away for braces or a hockey helmet or a new calculator for school. I totally get why you hired that crazy lawyer to frame me, to draw me away from Adriana. You saw me as a threat, and you were doing whatever it took to keep your child safe. Now, let me tell you something. If some hoochie mama tried to get their claws into my son, I would so be borrowing a page from your book. Making my family happy is job one, just like it is for you. It's just a hell of a lot harder than I thought it would be. I need your help. So what do you say? Can we start the bidding?
So that night you were packing, and Todd got a call from his daughter at the hospital. What happened next?
He got emotional.
And did you try to comfort him?
In a way.
Could you be more specific?
I tried to show him that he wasn't alone.
Did that include changing into a black dress?
Oh my God. What difference does it make?
Please instruct the witness to answer the question, Your Honor.
Please do so, Ms. Saybrook.
I'm standing here looking at you, and I'm thinking, this woman deserves everything good in life. And I think I know how you feel about me. I can see it in your eyes. And you have to find a way to stop it now.
And how did Todd respond?
He asked me to stop.
He wanted you to leave him alone?
No. He said he felt unworthy.
And Miss Saybrook, what did you do to make him feel better about himself?
Oh, Your Honor.
I did exactly what he wanted me to do. I tried to convince him he was wrong.
Perfect doesn't quite catch it.
I don't want perfect. I don't want perfect. I want you.
And how did he respond?
He asked me to leave.
And did you leave?
I'm in love with you. So, the only way I'm gonna go out that door is if you can tell me that you don't love me too.
And did you leave?
No.
No. You went upstairs, didn't you?
Yes.
Did Todd follow you up the stairs?
Yes. I want a life with you and your grandchild. I do. So come upstairs with me.
So you invited him to follow you upstairs?
Yes.
And did Todd initiate sex with you right away?
All right, Your Honor, is this necessary?
Your Honor, my client has been charged with rape. As his counsel, I have to have the right to question the only witness.
You may continue, Ms. Delgado, but please spare us the details.
Miss Saybrook, did Todd initiate sex with you right away?
No.
Why not?
He said he didn't want to hurt me.
And how did he respond?
I told him, you're not the same man. Even though I can't remember you, the man you described would have scared me, and Todd, you've never scared me. I see how smart you are. How much you sacrificed for me. How you care about me.
After you told Todd that you knew he was incapable of hurting
Your Honor, this falls all within the context of Dr. Saybrook's amnesia. I mean, obviously Todd Manning, having been convicted of raping her, has proven that he's capable of hurting her.
And yet, in the 6 months Ms. Saybrook knew Mr. Manning, he'd shown her nothing that would have given her pause.
Exactly. He showed her only what he wanted her to see. He lied to her.
I'll allow it, but stay on track, Ms. Delgado.
Miss Saybrook. After you told Todd that you trusted him, did the two of you make love?
Don't you see I didn't know who he was?
Please instruct the witness to answer the question.
If I'd known who he was, I would have run screaming. I would have crawled if I had to. It was rape.
Did you scream? Did you call for help?
No.
Did Todd ever force you or hurt you or prevent you from leaving?
No.
Did you at any time say no?
No.
Because it wasn't rape, was it, Marty? It wasn't rape. It wasn't rape. It wasn't sex. It was love. You and Todd Manning made love, didn't you? Because that's what you wanted, Marty.
That's what I wanted. But I didn't know. Oh my God! I didn't know.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment here on ABC.
If I had known the truth.
Thank you, Miss Saybrook. That will be all. Your Honor, I move to have the rape charge vacated.
What? I haven't even had a chance to question the witness.
The DA can ask all the questions she wants, but we've just heard Miss Saybrook admit that she wanted Todd Manning to make love to her, that it wasn't rape. Now, I'm sure the DA will argue context, but the fact is that in that moment, as far as Mr. Manning knew, with Ms. Saybrook inviting him upstairs and asking him to make love to her, he had her consent. The sex was consensual.
Your Honor, Mr. Manning engineered the situation. Please do not reward him for being able to persuade an injured woman with no memory that he was a good guy.
I am sorry, Ms. Hannon, but I have to agree with Ms. Delgado. The rape charge is dismissed.
I didn't think you'd come.
Neither did I. Watching you marry my boyfriend isn't my idea of a good time.
Well, I understand how difficult this may be for you.
Not as difficult as making a kid run away for the rest of her life. Which is the only reason I'm going along with this.
I appreciate your understanding.
Appreciate this. I love Christian, and I don't trust you. So if you have any idea of making this marriage real, you can forget it. I'm not going away. Got it? Good. Better run along, honey. You don't want to miss your wedding.
You can't do this. You raped my mom. Order. You let him go. I swear I'll kill him.
Stop.
I'll kill you, son of a bitch.
Order! We will take a brief recess so that Ms. Saybrook and her son can have a chance to compose themselves.
All rise.
Marty?
Don't you touch her.
Don't touch her.
Don't you ever touch her again, or I swear I will slap an assault charge on you.
Mom, don't worry, okay? We'll get another judge. Experts will be okay.
No, it's not going to be okay. Don't you get that?
Okay, all right, let me get the car. I'll take you home.
Would you stop, please? Just don't try to fix it because you can't.
She's not herself, Cole.
She never will be.
I should go see how Marty's doing.
She went to the ladies' room. Allow me.
500, that's more than you paid for it.
I don't think so.
600 and an open bar at UV for the rest of your life.
Ultraviolet is hardly my style.
700 and free dye jobs at Foxy Roxy's. She's good for it.
No can do. You see, one of these is meant for Jack and the other for Sam.
Aren't kids supposed to learn how to share?
Not on Christmas morning. Happy holidays.
Okay, I'm sorry, Dorian. I need that Z-Box.
Yeah?
Can you bend those fingers?
I
just a little bit more.
I know how to bend them.
No, so they rest naturally on the keys. It's hard to get Todd out of your head, isn't it? I know. No matter what you do, you can't seem to shake him.
Who's ready to get married? We're just waiting for the bride.
I'm here.
Now all we need are 2 witnesses of legal age.
I'm 18.
We're not. I am. Let's get this over before I change my mind.
Don't be such a Scrooge!
Don't you take another step, or I'll start screaming, huh? Mother, mother.
Okay, you know, I hope you're happy. You just stole Christmas.
I am happy. I just bought Christmas.
I don't know what you mean. Look, if you can get over Todd and everything that he's done to you, more power to you. I tried for years to let him go. But he would come on all vulnerable and hurt. And I think, I'm the one woman that can make him happy. And I think I did make him happy. And then he would go off and do something completely unforgivable, yet I forgave him time and time again because I thought, you know what? Maybe he's going to change. Just like every other woman out there, I guess. I mean, look at Taya in there. She probably thinks she's just doing her job, right? But we both know better than that, don't we?
Yeah, well, that's not my concern. But thank you for yours. I'm fine.
Marty, I know how hard it was for you those years ago, just trying to put the pieces of your life back together, and I just hate to see you sign up for more of that. Really.
What's happened to you, Taya?
I'm just doing my job, Nora.
How much are you paying her, Todd? Well, let me guess. You see, if it was $5 million for her to marry you, gosh, how much does it cost to buy the right to rape an injured woman?
Perhaps if you'd done your job, you'd have a trial to prepare for.
Oh, we're still going to trial. Seriously, Taya. Be careful. He's already punched you in the face once. What's he gonna do if you lose this?
Merry Christmas, Rex. Not.
Kev, Rex, how's life in the electronics department? Come on, look, you can run an endless tab at Ultraviolet. All you have to do is get my hands on a Z-Box. Well, there's gotta be another shipment coming in. It's Christmas. I'll hold. Check.
Miss, I have to take my son to the restroom.
Oh, right over there.
Thanks. Would you mind keeping an eye on our packages?
No problem.
And do you, Vanessa Montez, take this man, Christian Vega, to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
And do our witnesses pledge to support and uphold this marriage?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Oh, I'll be there.
vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I now pronounce you legally wed.
You may kiss the bride.
She is okay.
What'd you say to her?
Nothing she hasn't heard before.
All rise.
Be seated.
I put Marty on the stand again, I swear to God.
Relax. You're going to enjoy this.
Now, if we could move on and schedule this trial.
Your Honor, if I may, we still have the counts of kidnapping and false imprisonment to consider.
Ooh, you want to throw those out too?
They have no basis. And to prove that, I'd like to call to the witness stand ex-Chief of Detectives John McBain.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.
On the next One Life to Live.
If you kill my dad, then you will go to prison. Where are you going?
Get a gun.
Let me out!
Give it up, Tess.
You know, man, it could walk.
I've made my decision.
Next week is big on The View. We're kicking off the holidays with a comedy theme show. Then, Oscar winner Jamie Foxx takes center stage, and America's hot girl Jennifer Aniston on life, love, and her new movie. It all starts next week on All New Views on ABC.
The Bachelor.